I guess it's about that time. Got a call from George's daughter, Kay. She's coming into town today, so we need to meet her. She wants to meet in the not the barn, but the cow holding, the milking shed. In that shed, she wants to meet and talk before George introduces me to her. So and I'm sure she wants to talk about what's gonna happen, and be kind of interested to know who it was. Oh, George is still at work. Okay, maybe he doesn't know she's back yet. Kind of interested to know who it was that was telling her about George and what was going on. Looks like the county came through and sprayed the edges of the road. There's no grass growing now. They must be coming down from that way. Well, they better not come down here. This is private land right here. So, yeah, we're gonna meet her and talk about what's going on and what's gonna happen. And I'm kind of nervous, but it's something that needs to be done. So, that must be her Jeep there. Well, she's not in here. Come on. Oh, you know what? There she is. So let's go in. Hello. You must be Mrs. Smith?
Hello. You must be Chris Redheart. Hi,
Yes,
I'm Kay Smith. George is my father.
Hi, Mrs. Smith. Yes, I am Chris. How are you doing?
No, not Mrs.
Oh.
And you can just call me Kay.
Okay.
I know this is not the best way to meet one another.
Yeah, well, please call me Chris, and I do apologize. I didn't know you were not married. No, it's kind of awkward to meet you under these circumstances. I agree, but, you know, life isn't always fair, and we need to deal with it as it comes up. So how's your dad taking to you being back?
Oh, well, Dad knows something isn't right. He just doesn't want to tell anyone. He doesn't like to talk about his health, but I have been pushing him to face some reality. He has his good days. And his bad days, as you know, I am sure.
There were a few days where I was really scared and I didn't know who to talk to about it. I was really worried about him. I didn't know him that well to ask him about his personal life to see if he had any children or anything like that, but a few people in town began to talk to me and tell me that they knew what was going on with George and that someone was in contact with you. And that you were heading to town.
Yeah, that is the town for you. Even when you wish they would not poke their collective nose in your business, there are times like these that you are very grateful to the fact that they do poke their nose into your business.
Yeah, that's certainly true. Okay, do you mind me asking who it was that actually did contact you? I'm just curious.
Honestly, endless dose. She's
Oh.
the main person that I've been going to for information about Dad. She's been keeping me up to date on what's going on. He had Kelly and Steve checking in on him, without him knowing, of course. They really have helped this past year. And you, Chris, you have kept this dream of Dad's going.
Well, I mean, I wanted to be a part of it when he explained it to me. I just wanted to help him.
You are the one that has been talking some sense into him when he couldn't think things through. And you never have treated him anything but good and respectful. You are the main person that helped me without even knowing you were doing it. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. You know, when I first got to town, George really did help me, and he gave me a chance, and have worked here and gotten to know your dad. I felt more passion for the farm because I could see it in his eyes whenever he talked about the farm and his dreams for it and how your mother had wanted to live on a small little farm. He got the ball rolling, but I only directed it when those times were needed for me to talk to him. He may have got grumpy, he may have got upset with me. There was one time that he wanted to bring in the cows, and we didn't have anything ready. We didn't have any food. Nothing was planted, and I tried to explain it to him, and it was one of those bad days, you know, like you said. Okay, I am kind of worried about the financial side. I don't know any of the numbers. I don't know how he's doing, but I did overhear the construction company and him when they were talking. I do have a feeling that he had to take a massive loan out against the gas station for this farm.
And with that thought, I want to approach something with you. Chris, I know you've been working for Dad on the farm for the past 5 or 6 months or so.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to take over as the general manager for the farm.
What?
Dad can do it. He has some things wrote down, but to be honest, I can't make heads or tails of any of it. Being general manager, I can have you put on the different accounts. The bank account for the farm, the store account,
Okay.
the Granger account, the animal account, you know, whatever account that the farm needs, I'll have you put on it. You can then get those account information and work out some type of working budget for the farm. I know there's a huge amount of responsibility that you would be taking on. So with that, instead of the monthly wage that Dad was paying you, I want to offer you 25% of all the farm income.
What?
We can pay you quarterly if you want to make the bookkeeping easier. If the farm makes money, you will make money. But if the farm doesn't, then neither will you. So that's the risk that you would be taking. So take some time to think about this. I don't want you to agree to it just because you feel beholden to Dad or anything.
Okay, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't need time to think. Yes, I will take over. I'll take the position of farm manager. If you can get me all the information I need to do the bookkeeping, I will do my best to get a balanced budget out, and you will have total access to it. As for the 25%, I agree. That's a good amount. I'm sure it'll be a lot more than what I was making. I agree. If the farm doesn't make anything, since I'm the one in charge, I shouldn't be able to make anything. So, yeah, I agree to your terms. I don't know if you want to let your dad know about this right now, or if we want to let him still think that he's in charge. I don't know. I don't want him to feel like we're pushing him out. Do you know what I mean?
That is okay for now. We can do that, but I do think we need to make Dad face reality and not keep him hidden in the dark for his own mental health. I mean,
Right.
we'd talk to Emma later and see what she has to say about the idea. So, okay then. I'm gonna go inside and make the calls needed to get you all set up with the accounts that we have.
Okay.
If you come across anything you need help with, or if somebody questions my authority, just come and tell me. I do have power of attorney over Dad, so if anyone gives you any issue, just let me know and I'll make sure to straighten that out.
Okay.
I want to thank you, Chris, for everything you do for me and everything you've been doing for Dad. Thank you very much.
You're more than welcome, Kay. And thank you for giving me this opportunity to make something for the three of us out of this farm. I'm going to let you go do what needs doing. I'm going to go around and make an inventory and a list of all the equipment we have so that I know, and I can get the maintenance logs created for those and get everything going. So, alright, I will talk to you in about an hour or two, and then you can give me the information you've gotten. Thank you. Oh. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. I just realized what she asked. You need a wash. Yeah, you know what? Let's do the inventory and then I'll wash the messy. So, farm manager. That's my title now. That is an awful lot of responsibility, but I guess that means I'm gonna be in Deerlands a little bit longer than I thought I was going to be. I'm not leaving until this farm's running in the black. Alright, I got all the inventory done. Everything's cleaned up. I'm gonna go in and see if she's got that information for me. So she just asked me if I really wanted to be farm manager before she told me anything. And I told her yes. And the first words out of her mouth was, "It's not good." I said, yeah, I kind of figured it wasn't going to be good, but we'll deal with it. I need to go home and get my laptop. I'm going to sync up my PDA to my laptop, and that way my PDA will always display a running total of the farm account. Then I have the ability on my GoPro to sync up my PDA to my GoPro so I can display specific information. That way I can show you on screen the running farm account. I think you guys have a right, since you guys are basically living my life with me. I think it's only right you see it so that I am not doing something I shouldn't be doing. That way it can be called out on me if someone sees something. Word! Don't let this dog go. And lay down in there. At my limit to you. Interrupting me every single time I turn around. That way, so there's accountability, and she totally agrees. She said that if she has to leave town for any type of work, something, then she's like, hey, I could just watch your YouTube video and see how everything's going. I said, you know what? That's actually a pretty good idea. Alright, so this is what I've got worked up. And I'll put it on screen here. So as you can see, we have a total of $10,000 in the bank right now. George received a deposit from the town of Deerlands for $25,000 for use of his tractor when I made all those silage bales and hay bales. It looks like he paid the Farm Fuel Co-op $50,000 for fuel, which he didn't even have a fuel tank for. But October, he paid the Grain Co-op a fee of $2,500 for the quarter to store grain, and he doesn't have any grain. You can see in October he got a deposit of $1.8 million. That was the loan from the bank. The loan from the bank is due the first quarter, 10% quarterly due beginning the second quarter. So that was October, so January, February, March, April. Wait a minute, this is April. So that's $180,000 right there we owe the bank as of now. In November, he paid a check to Sullivan Construction for $950,000. That's the construction of all the farm buildings. In January, he paid $800,000 for the tractor. That would have been the, was it the Massey Ferguson he first bought? I believe so. And then that seeder, the plow, and the roller. January, the Grain Co-op took their fee out again. Still wasn't using it. But then in March, he paid O'Malley Farm Store $10,000, and he owes them $50,000 for the other tractor. Or no, for the straw sprayer. So he gave him $10,000 down, and he owes him $50,000, and that begins as 10% payment the second quarter. So that, yeah, so we owe them $5,000 for this quarter. So we're heading over to, well, I called and talked to Kelly, asked her if I could borrow the bale loader, the bale trailer that the town owns, and she said that I am able to use whatever equipment the town has because I am technically the only one using it. So we can use the mowers, we can use the baler, we can use the trailer. So that's what we're doing now. Let's see, I want to park probably right here. So I'm going to grab the tractor, we're going to hook up the trailer, the bale trailer, and I'm going to go sell some bales of silage. I asked Kelly if they wanted to buy them, but as you can tell, they're pretty full up themselves right now. And she said that right now the best thing I could do is go sell it to the co-op, because that's going to give me the best price right now. And she said in the future, if you can hold out till January, that's the best month, is January, to sell it. But right now all we have is $10,000. We don't have the ability to wait. I've spoke to Steve. He can get a trailer and a crane to pick up the lumber. He did get in touch with the sawmill foreman. They do have a wood trailer that I can borrow for free They're not using it right now, but if anything happens to it, of course, I'm responsible. I agreed to that. So we can get that, and basically Steve said the rental on the crane is $25,000. He tried to get around that. He said he might be able to cut me a break and bring that down to about $15,000, but he's got to talk to his manager. So for now, let's get these bales and we're gonna get them sold. Alright, so we just sold the last trailer. If I bring up my sheet here, actually I need to do one more thing before I bring the sheet up. I want to go pay Steve. I'm going to pay him for this quarter and next quarter so that I'm 1 quarter ahead. Alright, so there you can see we just paid him $10,000. And if I bring up the sheet now, so now you see we received a deposit there. So we took 48 bales of the 3K liter bales, and we received $23,065 for that. Then I took 24 bales of the bigger silage bales, and we received $19,216 for that. Then I just paid Steve the $10,000 for the second and third quarter. So now we're sitting at $42,000. He's going to get that crane for me tomorrow. It's going to be $15,000 for lease. He's doing a flat lease so I can use it forever long I need it. I have my chainsaw in my truck. I think we need to go cut some trees. I borrowed a toy from the new farmer, and maybe now since it's not raining, we can use it. Let's see, where do I want to put it? Let's put it right here. Okay, I'm gonna switch cameras here. Oh, this camera's touchy. Alright, I do apologize to those people who may get sick during this. You may want to close your eyes. He has a drone. Look at that. Huh, look at, there's my truck. Alright, so looking at George's farm, he owns land going back here and then all the way across. Now, the issue we're having is, you know, and I know that we have an issue back here. Let's see if we can see him. Oh, that's about as high as I can go. Over there. I do believe that's them. I don't want to get too close. Yep, there's that building. So they're over there. So I'm thinking his property line's probably gonna be right up in here somewhere. So we could go from these trees back. We could cut out all these trees. We could leave a line of trees there as a break for the animals and to separate the field. But I'm thinking get rid of all these trees. We could sell them, make the lumber we need for the bank payment, I know this would be a lot of money with all these trees. This is a heavy load. Heavy load. All right. Well, as you have been watching, yeah, this is the new field. We got all that wood and we sold it. What you see in the bank account right now is after I made that payment to the bank. So if we were to look at our spreadsheet, you're going to see that we spent the $15,000 for the truck and trailer rental. Well, the truck rental, the trailer was free for use. The sawmill paid us $400,000 for all that wood we bought. It was like $422,891. And then we paid the bank the $180,000 that we owed it. So yeah, the wood really did come in handy for this. It really saved us this quarter. And I think we're about at the edge of Georgia's land. I don't know for sure. I'm going to have to get with Kay and have her really tell me where the boundary is. For all I know, he might own land across the street. He mentioned something about wanting to buy that land at one point when I first got here. So he might have or he might not have. I don't know. And if push comes to shove, then we'll just have to clear out the wood on my land and use that. But for now, you know, we've got at least, if we hold on to it, we've got next quarter's bank note in the bank already. We are going to have to buy some seed. I'm thinking maybe put some if we look, we are at the very end of April, so we're going into May. So we got either soybeans or corn. And if we look into soybean, current price right now is $3,524 at the grain mill. And corn is half of that. And of course, the best time to sell is in December. And for soybeans, the best time to sell is in April. So this month, that's why it's so high. So come next month, it's going to bottom out. So we're going to put soybeans in here. Then we got the sugar beets that we're going to be harvesting soon. We got the wheat that we're going to be harvesting soon first. Then we got the sugar beets. We got the sugar beets at my land. We've got the grass that we can turn into silage. All right. Oh, man, it's been a long day. So, I got all that wood taken care of. I got all the field has been plowed. If you look at our field now, it's this big field here. So there's trees all the way around it. We could get some more wood out of here. We could go back more if he owned. I don't know how far back he owns, so I did use the GoPro and I mapped out where they were on the map, so I know. So we've decided we're going to go with soybeans over corn because of the price difference. But with that, I'm going to put this stuff away. and I'm gonna go home and get some sleep. I am beat. My body is so sore from all the chopping of wood and everything that I had to do. I almost didn't get out of bed this morning. I was that sore. But I did because I have a responsibility. Let's see, we're gonna need to roll the field, but we don't need to do that right this second. Alright, so with that, I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. If you found that you do like the content for this video, please, please, please hit the like button. You would not believe how much the YouTube algorithms depend on you hitting the like button. It's free. It doesn't take anything but a little button push, and you really would help us out. If you like these videos coming out, please subscribe as well. That's free. Doesn't cost you anything. It just puts a little icon up on your screen whenever you come back to YouTube to tell you, hey, there's a new video from Chris. And it also tells YouTube, hey, this guy's getting more people. He's beginning to grow, so you might want to push his content for other people. So thank you very much for spending your time with me. And leave your comments below in the comment field, whether you like it, whether you do or you don't. I really need your comments to tell me what I need to improve on. So, thank you again. Y'all have a good day, and God bless, and keep you safe.